Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging.
Listen, two things can be true at the same time. And I'm going to rewind this. You know what we do over here. I'm going to rewind it and I want to start it from scratch so we can get the full context of what she's saying. But two things could be true right now. Number one, Kamala Harris do talk out of both sides of her neck, and I think that she is very disingenuous. I think that she's fake. And also on top of that, I absolutely think that she will be the worst thing that ever happened to this country because she don't stand on nothing. Everything that she's done has been absolutely trash. People keep trying to bring up credentials. Oh, well, she's this and she's that. She held a particular office and all of this other type of stuff. That don't mean that you did a good job, and it don't mean that you're good at what it is that you do. And so I think that she is fake. I think that it's corny, 100%. But then at the same time, I think that Amanda Seals is absolutely insufferable. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Amanda Seals is awesome just because I think that Kamala Harris is trash. She's insufferable. And I can also see, so this is almost going to be like a tale of both sides. I can also see why nobody ever wants to do business with her or anybody wants to be associated with her because she's trash and she can't wait to try to act like she's standing up for some kind of justice while at the same time being insufferable and that nobody would ever want to be her friend in the first place because why would you even let's rewind it back and then we're gonna break it down. I want to go all the way for the full context and then we're gonna get to it.
Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me,
Like you
I
had to
said
meet
to her
with her.
straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging.
She don't like nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she gonna vote Republican or she gonna vote Democrat. I don't think that she like anybody in the world. I don't think that she like a man or a woman or anything like that. Like,
And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical.
that's
That's my
true.
job.
Now that is true. I will give her that. She is supposed to be critical. We are supposed to be critical. We are supposed to come through with a magnifying glass to understand and listen to and understand the policies or the things that is meaningful to us. I have to be objective. I have to be real. We are supposed to be critical. And as a matter of fact, I would say, even though this chick is insufferable, I would say that we aren't critical enough. We don't lean into the policies. We don't better understand the things that the person has done and use that in order to determine whether or not they're gonna be great for us in the future. And we just vote based off of identity politics. And I think that one of the things that it's almost like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. One of the things that Amanda Seals is good for is ruining things and then throwing you under the bus, especially if she's ever spoken to you in real life. So she can't wait to tell you about a phone call that she had and what she said to somebody's face and all of this other type of stuff. I can see why she blackballed. Ain't nobody trying to check for her. Ain't nobody trying to silence Amanda Seals. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody even checking for her. If you look at your YouTube channel, it's not even popping like that. So let's stop acting like it's just that great. But on the flip side of that, she is right about that. She is 100% right. Our job, which is why I'm imploring people to go and do their research to become informed voters, is to be critical so that we can make an informed decision on who it is that you should vote for in a presidential election. 100%. She's right about that. I got to give her props. Pains me.
And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist. I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans, but there's also policy, legislation, institution, and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. I'm telling you how you sound. Okay? The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this.
Okay, what does that mean? The reality is that I don't necessarily align with her when it comes to her views on race and racism. I don't think that that is new. That goes without saying. But the other part of the conversation again is that she's insufferable, and to give, I hate to do this. I hate to do this. Kamala Harris's job and the Democrats' job is to sell the most people on, and this is what makes them so fake. And this is another reason why people are mad, because Donald Trump says exactly what he thinks, and they think that we're supposed to be a lot more PC. But this is one of the reasons why a lot of Americans rock with him, is because at least you're getting exactly what you vote for. Regardless of what that is, you're getting exactly what it is that's being presented to you. What Kamala Harris is basically saying to Amanda Seals in that conversation, if that's the exact conversation that they had, and if it's absolutely true, is she's basically saying that one way or another, Kamala Harris feels some type of way, but she's not saying what she really thinks, and she's not really acting upon that based off of the idea that she got to appeal to as many people as possible. And so that's what makes it fake, is because we don't know who we getting. We don't know who the real Kamala Harris is. Well, the real Kamala Harris still, please stand up. Like, be for real on what it is that you stand for, instead of trying to be the person that you think that everybody thinks that you need to be in order to get to the position that you want. That's how a lot of women win. They use what they got to get what they want, and then they try to appeal to as many people as possible instead of telling you the truth on what it takes in order to really get to the space that you're supposed to be in. They're not going to tell you the truth on what they really stand on. She don't stand on nothing. That's why we can't actually understand what the policies are. I will give Amanda Seals credit. She's 100% accurate and right about the fact that Kamala Harris is fake, and she don't stand for nothing. And she's looking to appeal to the majority of the people, but then serve no one except for themselves. And that is a democratic way of governing, the Democrats' way of governing the United States of America. They're going to tie you to the government in order to make sure that they continue to level up and become successful and stay in office forever and maintain power, while doing absolutely nothing for you and taking no position or no stance on anything. That's a fact. We may not align on becoming blackety black, but we 100% align on the fact that she fake. Curious as to what y'all think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off life. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.